Okay. Woo, boy. Welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I have been going through some things here. Technology is just not being my friend today. But it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on live. I just been struggling with my setup and such and such and to be honest with you, it's frustrated me so much that I haven't wanted to stream. I mean, deep down inside, I want to, but just so discouraging. Sometimes it's like that sometimes, right? But anyway, I've been sitting here struggling with getting things up and running for the last 15 to 30 minutes. And finally, I think I got things working. So here we are. Here we are once again, right? So, anyhow, we're going to play around with a new little build I put together. Put together this little heartbreaker build. It's a different variation from most, but so far it's been pretty effective and it's actually very enjoyable to play. Um, so I'm using the technician specialization, um, really just using it for the laser pointer. I got the Lexington. I've only got that up to expertise 15, just testing the waters out. I didn't want to spend up all my resources on it. But I got it laced out, crit chance all around, link laser pointer, and I got the extra rounds. I'm also using a vector, not using the dark winter because I want to have flatline. I'm sorry, I did have flatline on my Lexington as well, and I got flatline here on this vector, and I got it all specked out. Crit damage and crit chance, and of course extra rounds with the link laser pointer. My sidearm is just there. I'm not using it. It's just something I have. But moving forward, I have the memento, and I did say memento. I know I don't always pronounce things properly. For you, let me just calm down. Somebody left me a comment in one of my videos that I mispronounced. I mispronounced the word memento. Where I'm from, it slides off the tongue the way it does, but whatever. So, memento. There it is. I got protection from elites on that blick, and I have crit chance armor on the holster for the heartbreaker. Crit chance armor for the knee pads. I don't want this armor regen. I really want to get crit chance, so I might go around try to farm up a piece for the gloves. I do have weapon damage rolled. I have armor, crit chance, and protection from elites on the mask, and I'm using the closer for the perfect spotter, and that's got a protection from elites mod on it as well. Um, I've been playing around with some different variations of this, actually using the chest piece and backpack from Heartbreaker. And to be honest with you, they're cool, but I actually like this setup. This setup is pretty strong in its own way. I'm getting this burst. I'm getting that 20% burst off of this, right? And having that with the actual Heartbreaker stacks, it feels stronger. You know what I mean? It feels a little stronger to me. But I'm still playing around with it. I haven't dropped this build yet, just because I want to keep playing around with it to see where it can really go and what it's really doing for me. Stat wise, the damage is cool. The damage is it's legit. Crit chance, like I said, I'd like to get that up a little bit more, but one more mod, or not mod, but one more attribute is going to give me what? Around about 40, what about 44, 44, 45%. So, it's hit or miss, right? Um, let's see. Protection from elites, I got 36%. And I was really putting this together for a run at that master difficulty mission. Just going to try to run that solo. I'm not going to do that tonight, but that's something that I was kind of gearing toward, and that's why I got so much protection from elites on this thing. Um, I guess not only for the master mission, but the same token, just so when I do get my stacks, and I get my stacks from the memento, I'm going to emphasize that word each time I say it now. Memento, whatever. Um, I don't want those stacks to peel off me so quick. You know what I mean? Um, I got a striker drone. Like I said, I'm feeling this thing out. So I got a striker drone, and I have a tier 6 crusader shield. Right. I think that's all I need to talk about right here for now. Oh, you know what? I ain't even messed with any of this, any of my modifiers. Huh. So I could put a little bit more damage on the striker drone. I could, but I'm okay with this setup right now. I don't want to mess with this because this is actually good for my chameleon build. So anyhow, let's get warmed up and take her for a spin. See what she really do, right? Let's go see if the loot goblin's around. Oh, but check it. I'm using my new mic, so let me know what you think. Does it sound good? Sound bad? Build me up, tear me down, let me know something, right? But anyhow, I'm not going to sit up here and just run my mouth. Yeah, I'm lying. I am.
My arm is worn out.
Oh, we got a harvest. That's no good. We don't want that. So, the idea behind this is
Hostiles guarding location
to
nearby.
be a little tanky, still have ways to pull off some damage. You know, what's going on over here? Like a little ruckus. You know me, I like a good little skirmish. Ooh, shot me in. I got an arrow in me. Got here. You know, one of the reasons, or shall I say, one thing I was thinking about with how I was setting this build up was I like the memento. I like getting the memento stacks, and oh, what's up, single? What's up? Oh, okay. Okay, all right. That's what's up. Um, what was I saying? I got a little distracted. I got a visual in my mind. I'm just playing with you, girl. I'm just playing with you now. I like the memento stacks. I like having the, pick up the little trophies and all. And one thing I was thinking about, I said, well, I like the fact I'm getting that armor and the damage from from the um, from the trophies. But when I'm bogged down and I can't get to the trophies, I said I still need to be able to get some of that damage. So I thought about using this Heartbreaker. I said, okay, I'm not a big fan of Heartbreaker, first and foremost. Not a big fan of it. I wasn't a fan of Striker either until I started using it more and more and got a little used to it. Um, and Heartbreaker's kind of doing the same for me. I'm kind of getting into it a little bit. But I was looking at this from all fronts, and I said, well, I can capitalize on both scenarios, whether or not whether I'm face to face combat or behind cover.
Should I beat you to death? Just shoot.
One thing I can say for sure that I don't like, I don't like the fact that my ammo dries up so fast. Using the technician. But what I kind of realized and had to, get across or get through my own mind was I need to put out enough damage so that I'm not burning up all the ammo. And that's kind of why I threw on the Vector as my secondary. So I had two different ammo types, so I'm not, just burning through one set of ammo in one shot. Also, there's another reason for it. Just like with Striker, so I'm trying to keep everybody in my sights here. Just like with Striker, building up those stacks, and I know a lot of players, they like to use the ACS, rock and roll, and this and that, right? And I tried that route, and it works. It's cool. It's cool. But for me, I said, well, as long as I can get a rapid rate of fire, then my stacks will grow. Because I'm not strictly aiming for the head.
Hostiles detected.
Whereas when you're using the ACS shotgun, the spread of the pellets, they're going to hit the head. I can't allow that. Now, I wouldn't mind having some extra rounds on this Vector. That'd be nice. But I'm stuck with 45, so it is what it is, right? So I mean, there's still a lot of room to improve with this, but right now it's working. You know, just like Mama said, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Shit, I just stirred up a hornet's nest over here.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Need to get some ammo here. That's what I miss about gunner. You know, you get a little ammo return.
Let's get a turret up.
Oh, that's you in all your turns.
I'll watch your back.
Oh, blood clot. Oh, and I failed to mention the armor regen. Armor regen is very nice too. I know I've had things to say about armor regen, and I guess I should have corrected myself when I had to say what I had to say about it. If you're allowed time to regen, it works.
Civilians
If
in
that makes
distress.
sense. I know there's some ammo around here somewhere. There it is. So I'm trying to make sure I have time to regen when I need it. And underneath, well, let's put it this way. The regen is underneath of the bonus armor. So I'm playing off of 3 different I'm missing something. Were they over here? I lost track where I was going. There we go. So I'm playing underneath 3 forms of protection. And thus far it's kind of working. Well, I ain't gonna say kind of working. It is working. I need to stop downplaying what I initially talked about.
I could have been an agent, you know, if I wanted.
You know I wasn't, girl. You know I got a visual in my mind. I am a visual type of guy. Alright, let's see what else we can get into. I'm just skirmishing around. Actually, I don't even... Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to go back and actually put my SMG as a weapon type for my specialization. I think it's still on shotguns or something like that. Yep, shotguns. Let me take that off. Whoops. Alright. That'll give the SMG a little bit more damage. What do we have project wise? District Union Ring. Okay. Named enemies in judiciary. Okay. Activities in judiciary. Okay. Let's go on to the judiciary. y'all don't hear this fan in the background. It's a little warm up in here. I have to turn the fan on, cool myself down a bit.
Hostile control point nearby.
I might have to cut that off because I hear it. Truth, truth. You know what I mean? My comfortability is more important, right? I need to stop thinking about things like that, you know?
Hostiles detected.
Come on. He going down. Shit.
Vital signs.
God
0.
damn, Rodney King my ass. That's all right, I'll be back. Don't go nowhere, I'm coming back. Right? You know, shit. Sometimes it gotta be that way, but you know how folks can be. Oh, they're gone. Damn it. Alright, we're gonna go to the control point. You know, folks, when it's not them and then they're not having to you know, how am I trying to say this? When it's their comfort, it's okay. But when they expect something from you, then they want to open up and say something. You know what I mean? It's like, man, piss off. You know, it's okay when you do it, but when I do it, then it's a problem. Shoot. Reminds me of it's not funny, but it is funny now. But years ago, I don't know how old I was. I was young, and I was working this job, and it was boring, and I got sleepy. I got tired, and I found a little spot, and I caught myself a little 5-minute nap. And this white dude, he was, and it's not even about color, but I'm saying this because he was the type that, I listen to hip hop. I got a black girlfriend. I play basketball, shit like that. He was that type of guy, and he was the supervisor. He wasn't no older than I was, and he had to have seen me on camera because there was no way anybody would have known where I was hiding out. And this foolio, he come up to me, he's like, "Hey man, where you been? Man, we've been looking all over for y'all." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, yo, you know, shit, I dipped off for a second, and he's like, "Nah, man, we seen you on the camera." I'm like, "Well, why the fuck you asking me if you seen me?" But anyhow, I was young, and it was one of those little temp jobs, so it was like, you know, be on your best behavior. You know, you trying to get this job, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I sucked up everything I had in me. Just was like, yeah, you know, I went to cop the nap. He's like, oh, bro, you can't do that. You can't do that. Blah blah blah. I'm like, we're gonna have to let you go. Like, man, shit. For what? You know, shit. I ain't steal nothing. I ain't jeopardized the company. Blah. You know. And thinking about it, it's kind of get the hell away from me. I was kind of thinking about that earlier today, and I was like, you know what? I wish I was on my A game. Told him where he could have, basically where he could have stuck things out. I'm trying to, but shit, knowing damn well if he was tired, he would have went and took a nap, just like anybody else. They'd do the same damn thing. So yeah, going back to this fan issue, yeah, I shouldn't even worry about that. Ain't gonna worry about it. Or anything else. Even my mispronunciation of the word memento. My aim is off. I got that fanny pack though. Forgetting I got this assault drone. Means I don't use it very often. I got this thing. Don't mind if I do. Hyenas dropping from the sky. Come on, drop down. Where's he at? Take the goddamn car out of here.
Heavily armored hostile.
Ow, it hurts, it hurts. Too hard to paint. Man, I'm trying to hit the little fanny pack. There it goes.
Additional hostile contacts.
They're sneaking up on me!
Run for it!
Damn medic had my attention. I seen him in the background. Drone was mess with him. See, this is my issue with Heartbreaker. And not really with Heartbreaker, but that what's it called? Link laser pointer. Sometimes that Joker don't seem like it's actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be anything that I'm pointing at should be getting pulse. I'll be damned if it don't seem like that. there,
Heavily
there
armored
was no
hostile
pulse.
detected.
I didn't see it. Okay, see the pulse there. It's like it has a cooldown. I could be wrong, but that's the way it seems to me.
Got you covered!
Got the fanny pack. Oh shit now. Wasn't ready for this. Time to get ready, right? Sniper turn. Behind me. Alright, what the other one at? Trying to stay out of range of that sniper turn. Got him.
Rogue agent eliminated. Supply
All right.
room access locked.
Damn. Should have my gaming gloves on. My hands are sweaty. I'm just playing. Cool as a
We'll
cucumber.
never let them beat us.
Yeah. Yes. With your anatomy, you definitely get a free pass.
I'm coming.
We go.
Cause you know us gamer guys, and well, I ain't gonna say us. I'll say some of us. When there's a gamer chick, oh my god, everything's cool. No matter what you do, what you say, it's all good. It's all good because we have hopes and dreams. I know somebody's like, man, don't say that. Hey,
We're
you know
running
it's
low on
true.
supplies.
Y'all know it's true. Y'all sit there and be like, man, she might
Thanks to
really
you, I
like
think
me.
we're full up now.
Me, on the other hand, nah, I'm just a nice guy. That's just it. That's just it.
Stay alert.
You know, that's all to it. I'm just a nice guy. I'd rather make peace than war. You know what? Should be trying to see if I can. Okay, here's the test. Here's the test. I don't know, but for the love of God, I probably shouldn't have said it that way, but I did. Um, Anytime I get on this game, and I mean before I even log in, I'll have a thought, and I'm like, okay, I need to get this gear. I need to go try to see if I can find this. And as soon as I log in and check the map, whatever I'm looking for is never on the map. It's just nowhere. It's not DC. It's not in New York. And I'm like, does the game know when I'm trying to do shit? Is it purposely messing with me? Yeah, I know, it's all random, but is it really? Like, let's see. Let's see if I ain't gonna say the name of it. Let's just see if it's on here. You know what I'm looking for, because I said it earlier. Look at that. Look at that bullshit. And of course, it's not in DC. Let's see if it's in New York. What am I doing? Oh, go here. Let's see. Look at that bullshit. Now this is proof. This is proof. I was specifically going to look for Heartbreaker gear, and it's nowhere to be found. It's not New York. It's not in DC. Let's look one more time. Just make sure I didn't overlook it.
Agent in need of backup.
Okay, they got gloves there, but nah, I want specifically Heartbreaker. Look at that crap. It's not even in the DC. Wow. And I know somebody, well, there's a lot of gear now, so the deck gets shuffled so much. It's bull. It's bull. And I ain't going to countdown. I ain't doing all that. I might go to the summit. I might do that. But anyway, so be it. Look, you even said I had to go to countdown. All right, cool. Hopefully I'll see you when you get back. And feel free, you can join me anytime if you like. I'm just being random, just being me. Let's go back here to base. Run to the banyo right fast. I shall return.
Would all off-duty guards return to the perimeter at once? I repeat, all off-duty guards must return to the perimeter.
All right, sorry about that. I am back. So, let's see here. Maybe I can craft something. We can try that. I'll give that a spin a couple times. See if my luck is any good. Actually, I should go check the vendors as well.
I really wish I had a complete set of socket wrenches. Can never
Let's
find
give it
a
a
5/16 when you
let's
need
give
it.
this a quick spin. Was it gloves? Pretty sure it was gloves, right? Double check. Yeah. Wait a minute, I do have another pair of gloves. I think it's armor. Yeah. Oh, it's crit damage. Well, what am I doing? Oh, I have weapon damage. That's what I wanted to keep. I want to keep the weapon damage. So let's see if we can get lucky. I tried 3 times, and then I might journey around and see what's at the vendors. I don't know what's there. I don't watch too many other people's videos on this type of stuff. Don't want those. Not that I'm a hater or anything, but it's too much fluff, too much fluff in the videos. It's like get to the point. The whole point is I want to know. I mean, I'm speaking for myself. I ain't speaking for nobody else. I want to know what's at the vendor. I don't need to hear your monologue. I don't need none of that crap. Just go, show me what's there, move on. But no, they got to pad the videos up, to keep you locked in and watching for 10, 15 minutes. Nah, nothing's happening here. One more. I feel like I'm at the casino. But, it's just too much talk about this and that. Ooh, okay, okay. I can I can live with this. I can live with this. So let's keep these. I'm still gonna go look. Let's keep those. I'm still gonna go look at the other vendors just to see what they got. Oh, let's go see clan vendor real quick. But yeah, I get it. Trying to get their views up and trying to have the watch time and this and that. So all this talk. I'm like, nah, I'm not interested because you're not genuine. You're just not genuine with what it is you're doing. Well, there's nothing good here. That's not too bad, but it's nothing I would want anyway.
That worked.
I already looked at the White House vendor. There was nothing there. So let's go over to the campus settlement and see what they got. But yeah, I mean, I ain't trying to say I'm better than the rest or anything like that, but when I put my videos together, I take that into consideration. And I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to get straight to the point, get you in, get you out. Give them what you're looking for, and that's that.
Hello.
White Death, huh? It's not bad. Don't need it. They don't have anything here that I'm looking for, but may as well go down the list and see what they got.
Happy to do business with you.
All right. Let's go here. But it's cool though. Everybody's got to find a way to make money. That's the hustle, I suppose. I don't know. Just my personal integrity is just isn't on that line. I don't care for that so much.
Hostile control point identified.
So you're not a true hustler? No, never was. Never was. Could be my downfall, but it's just the way I feel. I've been here already. Punch drunk. I remember seeing that. And then they'll tell you about these different items. The vendors got, you got must buy. You got to buy this, buy that. Man, no. No. Somebody might want these things, but no. Like, I won't mention any names because I'm not going to play that game with this particular person. I don't care for him. I don't care for him whatsoever. Do not care for him. And they pump out all that different stuff, all must buys. Oh, this is the greatest vendor ever. I'm like, shut your ass up. You know damn well ain't nothing there anybody wants. You might put together a little niche build or niche, however you pronounce
Friendly
it.
supply convoy in proximity.
With these different
You want to
things.
check
But
this out?
no, unless you're trying to get your proficiency up, that's all. That's all these things are virtually useful. Useful. Is that the right way to say it? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. What? I
Nice doing business
digress.
with you.
Okay, so nothing good here. Let's go to New York right fast. See what they got. But anyway, I ain't gonna sit there and hate on the man. He making money, I'm not. So he's doing something right, I guess. But not in my eyes. Not in my eyes. All these cats did. Look, I said I was gonna stop, right? No, I'm on a rant now. All these cats that as soon as something drop, oh, I gotta make this, gotta make this, gotta do this, gotta put this out, and it's like, dude,
Safe area detected.
he's up. He's up. I remember when division content got really dry and there was nothing going on. Look, ACS is out. Pressure point. Situational. But yeah, division content was very dry, and a lot of cats they were bouncing off onto new games. And I get it. That's their business. That's what they got to do to keep themselves relevant. And it kind of opened the door for some of us small content creators to get out there and get that dog. Get out there and try to find something. Pick up the scraps that are left over for us. And once like one little snippet came out that something new was happening, it's like, oh my God, all of them jumped on it.
What can I do for you?
Oh, we got to talk about this. We got to stretch it out and make it seem bigger than what it actually is. And for me, that's when I really sat back and started looking at these cats. I was like, ooh, I see you. I see you. I see what you're doing. And yeah, I see. I'm sorry. I got to speak on it. I seen the thumbnail. I bypassed it because thumbnails lie to you. They tell you crap. And I recall this cat saying this is the greatest vendor reset ever. I ain't seen a damn thing here. Now, maybe he was talking about countdown vendors, stuff like that. Maybe. Or maybe he was talking about the DZ vendors and such. I'll give him that. I'm not even going to go look at that stuff because I don't care about that. But whatever. Back to what I was saying. Going back to DC. So, I get why, they jump on the latest and greatest topics because it's to keep them relevant. But it's like, damn, dude, I mean, you're greedy. It's like, man, as soon as something's said, I gotta post. It's like, nah, man, chill out. Is this the first time you've been with a woman? Chill, or a man, or whatever, whatever you do.
Safe area entered.
Something else that really, really just bothers me is like with the manhunts. Okay, let's just use that for example. Manhunt. I said I wasn't gonna look at the I said I wasn't gonna look at these vendors, but I am, just because I just want to see
See you, Agent.
was was his was his video cap or what, you know? Um, so you know, it's like they run out real quick and learn whatever the riddles are for the manhunt missions, and it's like, boom, I gotta post this. I'm going to tell you how the movie ends. You know, it's like, what? Why would you even want to promote, content of that nature? Why would you want to do that? This piece ain't so bad. I mean, it's not, astronomical, but it's pretty good. But pass. Um,
Agent requesting backup.
yeah, why would you even want to watch content like that? I get it if you can't figure out what the clues are. If you can't figure them out on your own and you're beating your head up against the wall trying to figure it out. See, I could buy a couple of these, but I'm not. Oh, no. 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 Okay, so they got an exotic cash. All right. Have I been to Cassie this week? I'm not sure. Let me go down here and see if we can find a snitch. But you know, why would you want to watch these things? It's like you gonna stand in line to go watch a movie, and somebody's coming outside and they're like, "Hey, I can tell you what happens at the end." Are you really gonna walk to that person and be like, "Yes, please tell me what happened"? No, you're gonna be like, "Nah, shut your mouth. I don't want to hear it. I want to see it for
That's
myself."
it.
Priority objective available.
But they they go out and solve the riddles and then post the videos on it, and it's like it blows my mind. There he is.
Want to know where my buddy is
Blows my
setting shop
mind.
today?
The simple fact that they get thousands of views. You know, oh, he's open. Let's see what where's Cassie? I'm scanning, so I probably went past her already. Um, or am I tripping? I'm not tripping, am I? I don't see Cassie, but I see Danny. What's up with that? I know my eyes aren't the best, but come on, man. And I'm taking my time scanning. Oh, there she is, way up in this corner. Okay, over for 13 hours. I got a little time to get there. Let's go hit Danny up right quick. Go ahead and get whatever he's got. Now tell me if I've already done this already. But yeah, I'm just going to end the rant because I can go on and on and on about it. But I don't do that. I specifically do not tell you what these things are. Whatever I tell you in my videos and such is just little tips. Little tips. I don't tell you exploits. I tell you little things that I do and I use, but I don't sit there and tell you how to cheat the game. And especially with these manhunts and such, I appreciate the fact of figuring them out. Yeah, I get a little tongue tied there. Figuring them out on my own. I think one time I posted something, but I didn't tell you what it was. I just told you a way of figuring it out. y'all down here doing? Like you up to no good. Yeah, let me get that. Did I miss my turn? No, it's right here. You know, but I mean that's just me. That's just how I roll. You know? Other people is like, oh, I ain't got time for all that. You know, I got to know it right off. Tell me what it is so I can move on and do something else. And those are the same cats, in my opinion. Those are the same cats who are sitting up here like, man, the game is boring. Man, I need something else. I need more content. I need this and this. I need that. Like, dude, you're your worst enemy. You burn through everything so fast. What's in here? Anything good? Yeah, I'll take that. You know, and that's just like, you know, they're talking about this DLC, and as soon as I watched the reveal stream, and as soon as they say it's 6 to 10 hours, I was like, "Yep, somebody's already kicking in their seat, like, oh my god, it's only 10 hours. I'll finish that in a day," and you will, you will. I'm sure you will.
Then I could trademark things if I had more time.
Crush it out, and then be sitting there like, man, this game sucks. Ain't nothing else to do. Well, you know,
You want to make a deal?
sure, I'll take that. So I guess I haven't been to the vendors this week. Oh, interesting. I normally hit them up as soon as they come out, just so you know, so I don't miss them.
Always fun to make a trade.
Anyhow, so yeah, there's no way that that the devs can ever keep a good portion of this community satisfied. You know, but I don't know. I don't know. I say I don't know when I think I do know. I have opinions. I have opinions, just like everybody else. They got them too, you know. But I'll just say it like this: there's certain game modes that influence a faster way of living. I'll put it that way. And with these faster ways of living, comes a different way of playing, different styles of play. Like what I'm doing right now, this is something that other players, I take cover. Why? I don't want to take cover. Run and gun, baby. Respect. Respect. Oh shit. Shooting the innocent. Rabbit hole that I traversed in. Traversed. Yeah, I don't know if it's a word, but I probably didn't say it right. You know. I have somebody chiming in saying, oh, you didn't say it, man. Anyway, where we going? We are going to get here. Going there. Oh, it's a little skirmish. Get a little bit of this. But I myself, I'm looking forward to what they got next. I find entertainment in this game. I have for a long time, and you know, just like I've said in the past, like you know, there's missions that I've done several times over, and I don't remember them. You know, I don't have them down by heart. You know, there's a couple of them that I do know where things happen, where things are going to come out. You know, spawn such and such like that, or what to expect. But a lot of it, nah, I really don't. You know, and it could just be because I don't purposely try to memorize where I am and where I'm going. I know that sounds kind of foolish, but nah, because I'm enjoying the game. Furthermore, I do a lot of open world. I do a lot of open world content, so you know, I don't have these streets down. You know, I don't know my way around these streets. Damn it, okay. So, for me, you know, a lot of content is still pretty fresh. Wow. And I like it that way. What are you doing? You know, I'm comfortable. I am comfortable with the game. And, you know, if they come out with a new one, if they come out with Division 3, and I know that's what a lot of people are leaning toward, like, oh, I want to see a new game because this game is so dry, it's dull, it's this and that. I've done everything. You're going to do the same thing with Division 3. You know, it'll be fresh to you for first year or so. Some of you, maybe less than that. And after that time, it'll be right back to what you was talking about with this game. It'll be the same thing. You're like, oh my God, ain't nothing to do. It's so, oh, they need to do this, need to do that. And that's why I say that it's a losing battle. You know, I wish them success because with their success keeps the game going, right? But I do go back to a point that I was saying in one of my videos was, you know, if they were able to expand, if they just added expansions to the game, like okay, Brooklyn, Battle for Brooklyn, Woney, you know, Warlords of New York. If they added more areas to the existing game, and worked on improvements, I think, in my mind, I think that could be a little bit more valuable. You know, because you would still have your core game. Newer agents, they're coming in, they can still experience what we talk about. You know, some of the veteran agents talk about. They can still experience this stuff, and there would be hope to see more expanding areas. Hell, it could be something in Iowa. I'm just off the top of the head. It could be skirmish in Kansas. I don't know. I'm just talking.
How do you like my driving?
But I really believe if they were to come out with a new game, Division 3,
Incoming backup
if
request.
Division 3 dropped tomorrow, would you play Division 2? Right? I mean, let's just get right down to it. Would you play Division 2? Would you play Division 1? Okay. I mean, I know some people go back and play Division 1 because they're bored of what they do here in Division 2. I get that. And Division 1 actually did have a nostalgic flavor to it. Do I go in here? It's showing I gotta go up. Is it the next building? What the hell am I stuck on? Anyway, I'm gonna go in here and look around because I feel like it's something in here. What's up? But yeah, I mean, only reason I could see somebody coming back to play Division 2 after the third one dropped would be because they've invested so much time and energy into farming up these levels, you know, farming up these shade points. Or if there's, say, for example, uh, incursion or whatever, or the raids or something of that nature. But outside of that, I don't think anybody would come back to play. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I don't think anybody would come back to play. I can't honestly say right now. I'll cut this off and go play Division 1. I can't honestly say I would do that. Once you've experienced and had a good taste of, something different, it's hard to go back to the old, you know, it's just hard to go back, you know. But again, just my opinion. I think we need to go here. No? I don't see no way to go up. So maybe through here. See, for me, I mean, I get lost. I get lost in the world of the game. This is why I game. I don't go up the road. This is why I game. I game to escape my realities, so to speak. I mean, I'm not, you not to the point where I just forget everything exists in the world. Not like that, but You know, I'll take time out with this game and wander around and find little locations. Oh man, there's loot here. Oh, I can come back here every week or whatever. Blah blah blah. Just what I do. And it keeps the game from being stale to me. You know, but that's just me. That's just me. I don't farm shade levels.
I've got what you need.
I rarely farm for gear. Like I know I don't need to be in any of these rooms, but I want to know what's in here. I want to see what's in here. So I come in here just to wander around, what have you. And why is she in the bathroom? You can close
Is
the
there
door.
something you want?
Okay. So what she got? Nothing I'm looking for. And why did that cut off? Does that every once in a while. I don't know why my Apple Music cuts off on me. Does that every once in a while. It tries to say that something else is trying to play. And I'm like, no, nothing else is playing. You're the only one playing. It's my account there, bucko. And I paid. So let's keep it going. Be playing with me now. Anyway, technology at its finest. So yeah, nothing here.
Happy
Nothing
to do
I'm looking
business
for.
with you.
Okay. So we did get. I crafted a pair of gloves. Mm, they could be upgraded. I ain't mad at that. That's better than having the armor regen, I believe, as an attribute. So let's equip these and let's roll the armor off and put the weapon damage on it. Right? That's what we want to do. I'm not going to spend any. I'm not going to spend any materials on optimizing this right now. I might even find something better. I got other items I can use this material for. Which brings me to another point. Watch mules. I'm gonna head back to base so I can deconstruct. For the life of me, let's start this off right. I have I have three alternate characters. Okay, I have these three characters, and I use these characters basically to hoard all my gear. Right. Um, One character I actually had thought about. Why are you cutting off? I want to know why. You're irritating me. I'm sorry. I apologize to you, but I want to know why my setup is trying to act foolish. I don't understand you. But anyway, never mind about that. Um, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is irritating me, and I do want to know why. But yeah, I got three characters, and one of which I toyed around with the idea of running, running the character, um, as a low level, running it through. DC, and I said, I'm not going to specifically try to find any gear for him. I just want to kind of role play it, just kind of let him grow, pick up whatever gear he can, utilize what he uses to the best of the character's ability. Kind of like a hardcore character without being a hardcore character, right? And I attempted to play for a little bit. And, then I was like, you know what? Nah, I just want to get on my main character and do what I'm doing, do what I've been doing. So okay, the characters, they just became hoarders. They're my mules in that sense. Um I went back and looked at one of the newer characters I had made, and I said, okay, got a bunch of gear on it that I don't really care about and I don't really need. So we'll go ahead and deconstruct all this stuff, free his space up, and I'm going to use this character as my watch mule. So that was the plan. And I got like 2 levels in, and I was like, do I really care? Do I really care about having this watch mule? And the answer was no. I mean, I can get materials, just by playing the game. I don't need to find the exploit to get them quicker. And it's not quicker to me. It may be to some of y'all, and it may be, God's given. I don't know. But for me, no. I don't really care about it. I'm more focused on getting my builds together and this and that, and playing the game. Not so much on trying to find a way to, I don't want to call it cheating because it's not cheating. It's just, exploiting. It's just finding the exploit in the game, But I can't see wanting to spend 2 to 4 hours on leveling up a character so I can utilize, its materials. Delete it, do it again. No. If anything, that would burn me out. It'd make me like, after I've done all that, why do I even want to play the game? I just wasted, well, not wasted. I just wasted. I just spent a lot of time making a character that I have no intentions of using, to get what I can get out of it. And then I'm going to want to play my original character. I don't know. Call me whatever you like. But it just doesn't sit well with me, and I don't care to do it. Haven't cared. And when this news came about, watch mules are going to be non-existent. So it doesn't bother me one bit. But I know some people are like, oh my God, oh, this is terrible. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. I can't believe they taking that away from us. See, that's why the game sucks. Oh my gosh.
A real professional challenge.
Now they can come with some more stash space. I will say that much. They can come with some more stash space. I'll take that all day long. I am up here struggling with it. I think my when we got the upgrade, and I'm joking. It's my own selfish hoarding. I can manage it. I just need to do it. Yeah, when they gave us the new spaces, shit, I damn near filled that thing up right then and there. Um, but my problem, I know I'm back and forth from this topic to the next, but it happens. My thing that's happening with me right now is, let's just get right to it. Talking about resources. Did I pass it? Yes, I did. There we go. You know, I don't burn out my resources too fast. I mean, I probably just started upgrading items maybe, a little over a year ago. And I know some of you probably like, what? Wait, that's crazy. Whatever. It is what it is. But the most valuable asset or um, resource that I was collecting were the exotics. And now I've come to a point where, well, I just used a couple today, but I've been maxed out for a minute. And that bothers me. I wouldn't mind if they made some of these resources a little bottomless, if that makes sense. You know, because
Agent in need of backup.
we're like all this, like most of the stuff I have here is all stuff that I just want to decon. I need to decon so I can get the exotic components out of. I have a gang of this sitting on my my alternate characters. A gang of exotics that just need to be deconstructed. You know, I don't do I don't do my projects that much anymore, just because I maxed out on the exotic component. And I feel like I'm wasting it, and I don't like that. I don't like wasting my components. So I wouldn't mind if they came a little bottomless. You know what I mean? But that's just how I feel about that. That's just how I feel about that. Oh, and whoops, not to mention, priority objectives. I like doing these. I actually do enjoy these being in the game. I didn't like it so much that you had to use these to get your journey missions going. Yeah, from the last season, I didn't like that so much. But I like having these here. They give you extra things to do. And I was getting a lot of my exotics through this way as well. But, now I'm just kind of avoiding the exotics. I mean, the XP, sure, that's fine. Resources, they're okay. But you get what I'm saying, right? Said open world here in the White House, right? Yeah. So we'll go ahead and do that. Get that XP. X pizzles. this might be a little TMI. I mean, it's nothing big. Um, Something I did with my stream view was I took off the stream counter, you know, to actually be able to see how many people are viewing. And I'm glad I did it, you know. Damn it, he ain't finished. But yeah, I'm glad I did it. It was some fact of, you know, not that it was intimidating or anything, just constantly looking over at that thing, trying to see where the light shines, where not. And simple fact of the matter is,
Incoming hostiles detected.
Thank you so much. You're the best. You've done so much for us.
Objective available. Due to a personnel shortage, all on-duty guards are requested to remain at their post until further notice.
Sorry.
might be spending more time at the range if we had the ammo to spare.